Online. Hey, welcome to Panthers Germany. First, first podcast with Red Swarm. Hey, we're gonna do a reaction to what happened yesterday. Of course, we know now the Panthers lost and the Falcons won. So we can get that out of the way. We
Yeah.
don't need to rehash that. We rehashed that earlier on the Black Cat Panther podcast. However, what we want to talk about is okay, where do we go from here? We can talk about what happened yesterday, how our teams did based on our expectations. And then the next thing we're going to go into is what's up next for both of us.
Yeah.
So, Red Swan, up to you, brother. What do you think happened yesterday with your team?
Hey, Wiley, I want to thank you, man, for giving me this opportunity, for having me on with you today. I know the fellas is giving you a hard time about trying to contact you on Saturday. Let me
Yeah.
tell y'all, Poppin' Q, that was me. I had family at the house in town, and Wiley was on point. He sent me everything. I said, Wiley, man, can I take a rain check on it? And I know he must have felt like, well, damn, Red, we had this thing set up one time. We had to set up another time. So,
It's all good.
yeah, when he told me, hey, let's do a recap, we'll get together and realizing that one of us would be dealing with a loss, one of us would be dealing with a win, man.
Yep.
That's the way the ball bounces. So, Wally, your question when it comes to how my thoughts on I guess if you, yeah, it's a win. I mean, the win is,
yeah. What was your expectation before the game?
yeah, they were not
after
met.
the game.
Yeah.
Did you meet your expectations? That's one.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
My expectations for the game were, I think, based on what I believe we did in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, as you know, we didn't do anything significant on the offensive side of the ball. I think we sent the pick to New England, 7th round pick for Jonnu Smith to add him, and he played major snaps yesterday, even though he didn't get any calls. The ball didn't go to him, and of course we drafted Bijan, and Bijan and Tyler Algier were our offense yesterday. Anybody who saw that game, if you saw highlights, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier were our offense yesterday. It was not in any way Desmond Ridder. And I think that was by design and no question. But I have my issues with that. So when you ask me if my expectations were met, no, because I've been here for a long time how Desmond Ridder ain't this and he ain't that. Well, guess what? One thing that he ain't done is show me that he's anything, because he didn't do anything yesterday. But he wasn't asked to do anything, but the fact still remains, you asked him expectations. They were not met because he did not do anything yesterday. Wally, I think you're muted.
So I answered the question on my side. So Bryce Young, my expectations for him was not to turn the ball over. I didn't expect a lot of points from him. However, not to turn the ball over. He turned the ball over, and from that perspective, from the quarterback position, my expectations were not met. Now moving on to the offensive line versus your defensive line, and vice versa. I'll let you go first.
Okay, all right. You set me up nicely on that one. So, all I've talked about with y'all fellas, leading up in the preseason, all off season, we had these discussions. Best O line, best O line. If there was any one thing that I was confident in, it was my offensive line, and in the run game. And I got to say, man, I mean, they had their hands full. The first quarter, the first couple of series, Brian Burns was like he was out to prove to the ownership over there, y'all better hurry up and cut me a check, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, he was.
He went off, man. He went off on Caleb McGarry. Every time Desmond looked around, he was batting the ball down. He was knocking it out of his hand, man. He was a disruptive force. And so the offensive line didn't impress me at all. Even after they started doubling and switched to coverage to sort of, contain Brian better.
Yeah.
The one thing they did not do from the first to the fourth quarter, even in the end of the game, they didn't have no answer for Derek Brown, man.
All right, what about your rookie? What was it, left guard, right?
Yeah.
How did he look?
He looked like a rookie. He looked like a rookie.
Yeah.
They kept trying to slide help to him and protection, and all I can say is Derek Brown feasted on that boy, man. He feasted on him and the center. And so then they start trying to use the fullback. Man, hey, listen, there were times when Derek Brown was triple teamed.
Oh, yeah.
There were times when
they left Toto alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that recipe won't work for an offensive line. If one man draws triple coverage, you got at least two other defensive linemen that's running free, man.
Especially with the 3-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the 3-4. And that was the thing I liked yesterday. I'm going to talk about our defense versus your offense. Then I'll flip it around.
Yeah.
So talking about our defensive line versus your offensive line,
yeah,
I really like the way the defensive front rotated. It wasn't the same. Even though it was a 3-4, Derek Brown switched positions often. Same thing with Tuttle. Same thing with Williams. And also they did it with also the outside linebackers. Sometimes the outside linebackers was in the A and the B gap.
Yeah.
So if you really looked at the game from an offensive line perspective, it gave them fits.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know. I guess we'll find out next game how good our defensive line is.
Yeah.
Because we'll be playing against another offensive line.
Yeah.
But, if they do it to another offensive line, it's not your offensive line. Maybe it's our defensive front.
And Wiley, I'm going to tell you something. You probably going to have to wait till about 4 games in, honestly, with your defensive your front seven to answer that question. I don't think they're going to really be tested until, y'all got Seattle after that. They've not for a long time had a world-class deep offensive line.
Okay.
Aaron Donald, that clip of Geno screaming, talking about, oh hell, when Aaron Donald was coming down. Imagine what he's gonna do. Imagine what he's gonna do with Brian Burns and Derek Brown. So the Saints are struggling with their offensive line.
Oh yeah.
I expect your dogs to eat next week, man. Yeah. Listen, man, your defense was by far the most impressive. Your front seven was.
Yeah, front seven.
Was clearly hands down more impressive than ours. I mean, I think our secondary was solid. Jesse Bates was
before you go to let me talk about the other way around. My offensive line against your defensive line, then we'll go back to secondary.
Got you.
Our offensive line coming in. I believe that last show we had on Black Cat Panther. Remember when everybody was, Icky can't stop nothing. Everybody's killing Icky. Remember that, right?
Yeah, they baited everybody. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Icky looked good, didn't he?
They baited everybody. They had people thinking, we got to worry about this line. That's one thing y'all did not have to worry about.
No, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Especially they did something smart. They kept chipping big boy that came from
Omiyata, David Omiyata.
They did it to him, but they also did it to
Calais.
Calais, yeah. They was stripping him, and that was good because what they did is Calais. I started looking at the game, and he was like wondering if they're gonna chip him or not. So it slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah.
So and y'all really
in his post game interview, he said something, but I mean. So this is what he said, and I ain't gonna try to say what I think he was thinking because Calais has earned his stripes in this league. But what he said was, he said, even at my age, he said I was anxious. He said I was anxious to get that 100 sack, and he said I think one time he came close to sniffing Bryce, but Bryce put a move on him.
Yeah,
and he said when I looked around, he said the kid was gone. So it is what it is. It's football, man. But Wiley, to credit, and I'll piggyback on what you said. I mean, I don't have no problem in giving credit where credit is due. Your offensive line was impressive in the run and the pass game, man. I mean, I've heard a lot of Panthers fans say they want Chuba on a one-way ticket out of town, this and that. And I ain't saying that, that's for y'all to decide.
Yeah, I know, but
Like,
he looked good yesterday.
Chuba looked good yesterday, man.
I was sitting there. And I was listening to the game. Remember, I was in Germany.
Yes.
And they had the Panthers. So here's a good. So I'm gonna let you know something. Yeah. So they had two things going on yesterday. We had Fan Fest. Yeah. Part of the Fan Fest, because they do it for NFL, not just one team. So yesterday was focused on the Panthers, but they also had Falcons.
Nice.
Falcons booth out there.
Nice.
They had them set beside each other. Yeah. The Falcon booth was there, and Falcon fans would come up there and take pictures and all this other stuff. Same thing with the Panthers. I was sitting there going, and I know we have a partnership with the team in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
But, man, there was a line of Panthers, and they wasn't American. They were Germans.
Wow.
They were wrapped around. I got pictures of I'm going to put it up as a pre-record. I was like, man, they were wrapped around the corner, waiting there to go see the Sir Purr and see the cheerleaders and take pictures and stuff. And then we were there. I got videos and stuff up. I put stuff on Instagram yesterday, but man, it was outstanding. But there was probably about 30, maybe 40% of Falcon fans there.
Wow!
And the stadium was electric. We were there, part of the German, what they kind of like the ESPN. Mm-hmm. We were there with them.
So do they have that like on a big screen or something?
Yeah, they had it on a big screen. They had the German guys that played in the NFL as a host.
Nice.
They were there, and I took a picture with the guy. Yeah, it was great, man. So that was my first game. I'm gonna put it up as a pre-record. Yeah. So it was interesting to see it from the German point of view because they were talking too, and they were talking about Chuba.
Yeah.
They were saying that Chuba should have played more than Miles.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like we all realize that this is a results-driven business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to get your fandom out of the way, your favoritism for any one player. That's the way I am. Hey, Goat likes to say, I root for the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back of the jersey.
Hello.
That's one of Goat's favorite sayings.
Yeah.
When you get that fanship out of the way, man, I mean, you just want to see your best players on the field.
That is true.
Yeah. So Chuba made the case yesterday, man. I tell you one thing, he didn't fumble, did he?
No, and he caught the ball too.
Yeah. Yep.
So people say he had hands of bricks, but when they passed him the ball yesterday, he looked very comfortable.
Wiley, guess what? Yeah. When Chuba was running that ball, he gave me shades of last year when him and Foreman went off on us, man. Yeah, that's what, bro. I swear to God, it went to my mind. I said, Chuba done picked up right where he left off at, man.
Oh, you're right. He probably had confidence.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. He knew he run the ball on our defense, man.
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, Red.
Wiley, it counts for something, man. It counts for something. He just felt like, I know these guys. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know. When he got to the secondary, he said, I know that kid over there ain't going to come up and hit me. I know AJ Terrell or whoever on the other side, he don't want to deal with me when I drop these shoulder pads, man.
Gotcha.
And that's what he was doing.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
The perspective.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something about your defensive line.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, I'm gonna give you two things.
Yeah.
I was impressed by, even though things weren't going their way, they didn't give up.
Yeah.
They played in the same intensity throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
There was no quitting them.
Yeah.
Now, your quarterback was putting them in a situation. They were on the field.
A lot.
Woo! They were out there a long time.
Yeah.
And they didn't give up. I think it was like 29 minutes. I don't see the thing.
Y'all had the time of possession battle about 9 minutes, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, those guys were tired.
Oh, yeah.
And they just.
And ain't none of them young, Wild.
Oh, no.
Ain't none of those guys young. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. So
and they got caught. Our DC got caught. It wasn't that first drive. I think it was that second drive y'all had where it might have been the first where it stalled and the coach went for field goal on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
But on that drive, we got caught substituting because I remember very clearly the kid from Ohio State that we got, Zach Harrison, him and Taquan Graham, number 95, were on that field. And man, Tuba ran them boys like crazy. And then when y'all went back, there was no huddle. Bryce went straight to the hurry up on them boys, man. Yeah.
We were looking good the first drive.
Oh man, that first quarter, man. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going here. So now we talked about the offensive, defensive line, right? We talked about the quarterbacks. Now let's go back to the backfield. I don't believe neither one of the backfields got tested yesterday.
They didn't.
Well, the only way I would say this, your defensive backfield played better because the only player that changed the game was
Jesse Bates. Yeah.
He was it. You remove him, different game.
And Wiley, that's why I stopped short. I wasn't finna give nobody. I think I have to go back and look a second time to see what AJ did on his side, because I do know one time he came up, he made a very solid solo tackle on Tuba. Or it might have been Miles, I'm not sure. But I'm not somebody who wants to see my cornerbacks coming up to make tackles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's a problem when you see that. So outside of that, I can't see where I saw no dynamic coverage plays where he was, defending a pass. It was none of that, man.
Yeah.
But this is also what I heard some analysts saying afterwards.
Okay.
I think it was on NFL, one of the shows last night. They were saying that, well, of course, Jesse Bates is the quarterback of our defense back there. And they were saying he was daring Bryce to throw the ball deep, man.
Okay.
Literally the way he was playing, he was always he never backed up to even give the impression that he was trying to give coverage over the top, which basically said, if you can beat me over the top, go ahead and do it. So and I'm gonna tell you what's doubly tough about that.
Okay.
It's not like Bryce was facing any pressure.
No, he wasn't.
So, I think it was a kind of glaring thing that the weaponry was missing for him, man. I think really if Chark had been there, even if Bryce didn't connect with him, it would have changed the coverage because they would have had to have somebody get over the top.
To actually run with him down the field.
Yeah.
Would have opened up the middle of the field.
Yeah. And you got to have that threat, man, when you're going to have, a multifaceted game plan, man. You got to keep it honest.
Hold on a second. Let's see what the guy in the chat here. So we got Poppin in the chat.
Yeah.
We got a Atlanta boy 23 in the chat. Oh, we got Black Cat Panther. I see you, Q. We got Supernova. See, they clouded me on my hat, man. They clouded me on my hat. So my hat too small. Appreciate your guys, man. Support. That is crazy. That's crazy.
If I can get
so yeah. It looks different on this side of the Red Squad.
Yeah, man. Very, very, very much different. Very much different. Like I say, it's giving me a whole new respect for y'all brothers, man.
Yeah, it looked different on the other side. Yeah. Because it's funny. I remember the first time I participated.
Yeah.
And not just coming up through the chat.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this looks totally totally different. And yeah. So I have newfound respect for people that do this and do it well.
Yes, man. Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk now. I'm gonna flip to the other side. Our defensive backfield.
Yeah.
Our defensive backfield versus your receivers.
Yeah.
I don't think your receivers had an opportunity.
Right.
To catch the ball simply because Derek Brown was too dominant. They were too dominant.
Oh, yeah.
The issue is. Yeah, I think our defensive line was too dominant. Therefore, it covered up the loss of J.C. Horn. Now, I don't think that's going to happen next game, but that loss of J.C. Horn wasn't as significant as we normally would have it to be.
Yeah.
We found it in Germany. There we go. Flick it popping. Hey, Pop, I got you, brother. Appreciate you guys' support, JSU. Hey, man. So both our offenses, I don't think looked that well last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the numbers, what you think, man? So, second time we're gonna play y'all guys. Can you take anything from this game to say that y'all got an advantage or y'all got a disadvantage? From this game, we're taking it to the next game.
I hear what you're saying when you say advantage or disadvantage. Honestly, Wiley, the only thing I can say, and I said this earlier, and I'll stand on this. I have respect for Desmond Ridder to say that he didn't give away the game. He didn't relinquish the lead once we took it. You know what I mean?
That's important. Yeah, you're right. People don't like if Bryce would have threw the ball away yesterday. We didn't get anything on those games other than we punted it. We'd have won the game probably 10-7.
Yeah. And Wiley, you say it's important, but it's historically important for us being the 28-3 team.
Yeah.
You know, for being up 40-10 on team.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean? We have a history.
I didn't think about that.
We have a pretty profound history of letting the game slip away in the fourth quarter.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So,
all right.
You know, maybe some of that was game planning from the head coach. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, Ridder did throw 415 yards, 15 out of 18, a high percentage that he made, even though he caught one of those when he should have batted it down to help his percentage. Yeah.
That was dangerous. And, you know, if here, watch this. So yesterday, right? Yeah. Y'all had 3 opportunities for turnovers, but you didn't.
Yeah.
That is, I wouldn't say luck.
Yeah.
But that is something that if it just if we'd have called that it was the first.
Yeah.
Come on, we'd have been inside. Y'all have been.
I think y'all it was on the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It did. Strip sack, same drive.
Yep.
So and then your running back was running out and he got the ball punched
knocked out. Yeah.
And y'all recovered all of that. So the likelihood of that continuously happen.
Yeah. Oh, it don't go that way. It don't go that way. No. Yeah. And neither does it go the other way that you go 3-0 in turnovers.
No, you're going to lose.
The turnover battle is key in the NFL.
Time
of possession is key. That's something that we had all last year. Y'all dominated time of possession yesterday, man.
Yeah. That's true.
You know? So I can't point to anything that I would say is an advantage for us. Looking forward, Wiley, we got a lot we got to clean up, man.
Okay.
I can't sit here and pop my chest out and say, you know, we did this and we did. Now I will say this. I think that things started to come together for my defense in the fourth quarter because they didn't bend, like you say. They didn't bend. They didn't let Bryce get into a rhythm. They didn't let the run game come back on them. And again, like I said, Desmond, he kept what the team gave him. You know, when they went up by 7, when they went up by 14, he didn't lose that. And I don't think Arthur Smith was going to give him very much of a chance to lose.
No.
I was surprised when he threw that ball down the field to Kyle Pitts, but I think that was more about Pitts having been injured last year and trying to get that boy some stats. You know what I mean?
So tell me this. You were in the stadium.
Yes, yeah.
I was looking, I was like, how in the world you gonna throw the ball short?
Yeah.
And not catchable. Your receiver got to adjust and run through our guy, and it's called pass interference.
Yeah. I mean, that was all Kyle Pitts. That should have been a no call, if anything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It should have been a no call, if anything, man. I mean, the defender was definitely playing the ball.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, Kyle Pitts, he brought his head over
correct
top of the guy to get free and get in position to catch the ball. That's why I say that was all Kyle Pitts. Now, it was not a poorly placed ball now. It wasn't poorly placed.
But it was underthrown. because Pitts slowed up.
Yeah,
he had to come across.
He did. But Wiley, what was it? Was it about a 50-yard pass, though?
Yeah, it was pretty long. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
It was pretty long. Let me click
but
on
he threw
Pitts.
it in the double coverage, too, so it was ill-advised. That's why I said it. I mean, I was surprised.
It was 34 yards. It was 34 yards. Yeah, it was ill. Here's the funny part. He had 91 yards passing because he had the sacks, right? The 4 sacks.
Yeah.
And if you take the 34 away, Jesus. Come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, you talking about 50, 60 yards, man.
God.
Yeah. I mean, all of his completions were 6 yards, 11 yards. I went back and looked at yeah.
Little stuff to the backs, some to the top. You were one tight end. That dude was pretty good, other than Pitts. What's his name with the long hair?
Oh, number 85. I can't think. Michael Pruitt. Oh, no. You talking about the wide receiver? You talking about
is he a wide receiver?
Number 18. You talking about the guy who came from Las Vegas?
Yeah, the one that caught that ball.
The weird dude.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, but he's more of a blocking wide receiver. Mac Hollins, that's who that is.
All right.
He's a fun. You know what? Y'all guess it. This is a funny fact. He's born and raised in North Carolina, man.
Oh wow.
He's one of these. He's one of these strange surfer dudes.
I know what you're talking about. That wear shoes and stuff.
And he don't eat with utensils.
Yeah, only with his hand.
Yeah, he only eats meat. He says because in nature you don't see any other mammals who eat So he's a strange thinking dude.
I know what you're talking about because y'all had an interview with that guy. I was like, okay, I know you're talking about that.
He's a funny guy, man. But
I acknowledge Jason Long in the chat.
Man, that's the way Arthur Smith is, and Wiley, man. Just so you know, between me and you, there's another show, Falcon Content Creator. I saw their live today, and they were saying that many Falcons fans don't simply just want a win or a loss. They want to be entertained.
Yeah.
So they were saying, what's more important? Just, even if it's an ugly win, it's a win. But, they rather have the days of Matt Ryan where he's throwing for 4,400 yards and losing 9 games, So he got great stats, and it's exciting with him and Julio, but you're going nowhere,
Yeah.
So, and that's an interesting discussion, I think, for a lot of fan bases to have.
Okay.
There are very few teams who give you all of that. If you're a Kansas City fan, you get all of that. You get excitement, you get the stadium experience, you get victories, you get the Lombardi Trophy, but every team don't give you that though.
That's true. That is true, but I'll take the win versus all that.
While I'll take the win too.
I take the win.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Me and you can agree on this. And it ain't even like me as a football fan. I don't like that. But what I'm saying is, as a Falcons fan, because we have never hoisted that trophy. The only way you're gonna ever get it is wins over losses. That's a simple formula.
Come on. You could not say that even back. Come on, because the fact is, it's nice to have y'all had the Vic experience.
That's it.
The Cam experience.
Come on.
We had C-Mac. Now C-Mac did good yesterday, but with us, for whatever reason, he was always hurt. But anyway, I cannot sit here and be all hype about something, and we're not sitting here. And there we go. See, I'm had to figure out how to use this thing. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, we started to learn a little bit.
Yes, sir.
I see you, Justin. So you love it, huh?
Stay long.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, so what can I take away from this game from going forward for the Panthers?
Yeah.
I can take this. The offensive line can protect block, run block, and also pass block.
I agree.
They're gonna get better. So I believe by the end of the year, they'll be top 10, top 12 offensive line. Which, based on yesterday, I looked at all the other games too to try to see where we at, because I don't want to get focused on just looking at us. I
Yeah.
didn't look at us compared to the rest of the
The
league.
rest of the league, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the problem is we get too focused on us. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, guy, you critical on our guy, but he's better than all those other guys.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to keep perspective here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's people always call me too positive. I'm like, no, I'm trying to see the bigger picture.
Right.
Trying to see the bigger
Where
picture.
are we going with this thing?
Yeah. Are we on track?
Yeah.
Where are we at? Where do we stand league wide?
Yeah.
And how can we develop something for the future?
Yeah.
Okay, say we won 12 games this year.
Right.
But it's garbage.
Right.
There's nothing developed for the future.
Right.
It's fluky here and there. Everybody's excited. Then what?
Right.
What's the point of that?
Right. And while I got another one for you.
What's that?
Say a team out of the NFC South, right? Of course, it's not going to happen. But just a hypothetical.
Okay.
With the same rationale that you just gave.
Mm-hmm.
So a team from the NFC South sweeps the NFC South, right?
Yeah.
That gets 6 games right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they beat Houston, Indianapolis, and say Tennessee. So now you're 9-8. You win the division. You go into the playoffs. Are you really confident that you're gonna go up there and beat Dallas and what they did in New York last night, or Philly?
No.
Yeah, one of them two being a wild card team. San Francisco. Come on, man. Let's keep it real, man. So that's why I say, yeah, you say your offensive line, I agree with you, because there was a lot of discussion about, worrying about Icky. The fact that Bryce, was under pressure during the preseason. They look now. You got to take that with a grain of salt, because you got to say, well, it was Atlanta.
No tape.
Yeah,
no
you
tape.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we can argue that all we want to, because the sample size is only 1 game. That's for everybody at this point. But the fact of the matter is, they kept Bryce clean, man.
Look at this. You see that? MGJ, brother, I got you, man.
Yes, sir.
Look at him.
MDJ.
He's always shooting. Always shooting, baby.
Hey, MDJ was at the controls yesterday with the fellas, man.
Yeah, I know. And
yes,
it was funny, we were talking at the end of the game, and I told MGJ, I said, hey, look, Doc, how I feel be on the other side.
Yeah.
I feel be the other side.
Good, man. When I came in and caught the post-game show, man, he looked good, man.
Oh, he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
He was doing his thing.
Yeah.
And that's something you have to get practice at this thing.
That's right. Yeah.
And my thing is, maybe me and you could do this more often, because again, it's practice.
I would love
to always have to talk about us against y'all. We could talk about league wide.
Yeah. And while I would tell you something, I would love that opportunity, because and I've said this before, and y'all know I've said this, and I stand on this. I love my Falcons, man. I mean, I'm a Georgia boy, and I bleed red clay, man. You know what I'm saying? I love my red, the dirty birds from the South. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Before I ever knew anything about the Atlanta Falcons, when I was 6 years old, playing Pee Wee League football, I just love the smell of that Rydell headache helmet, them shoulder pads when you pull them over, that grass. I love football, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love football. So I'll be glad to talk about other teams. Like I said, we got the Packers, and y'all got the Saints coming up. Y'all got a Monday night game that's big. That's the national audience, man. So, hey, man, I already know we got Hoodie Jube and all them fellas, man. They gonna be at y'all this week.
Hey, what happened? He dropped out. He'll come back, guys. We'll see in a second. So, AJ, issue, I see you say it's still preseason for Bryce. It's still preseason for the whole NFL. Oh, there we go. You back?
Yeah, I got knocked out, man.
Okay. So, yeah. Look at Jay Issue's comment.
Yeah.
We discussed this remember before we started the show.
Yes.
So, Jay Issue, I'm gonna hit you with a little facts there. So, according to the league, Jay Issue, we looked at it, Red Swarm and I. The only 8 quarterbacks last night had a quarterback rating of 70% or higher.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes was number 8. Everybody else, that means 20. So there was Yeah.
24.
No, 22, because remember they still got Monday Night Football.
Yes, yeah.
So 24 teams.
Yeah.
22 quarterbacks, excuse me, 22 quarterbacks had a quarterback rating less than 70.
Yeah.
So it's everybody's preseason. Y'all need to calm down, brother. Calm down. What we got here? Oh, appreciate it. See, look at you. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
So sound pretty good then.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
You.
Wiley, I have an interesting question that Jay Issue brings up too. How much of that do you think carries over with this new 3-game format in the NFL? Because it seems like teams should come out more prepared.
You're right. When they took that extra preseason game away, and then now what you have is less tour days. Remember, you don't have them in tour days no more.
Yeah.
But
scrimmages,
and now the scrimmages are more scripted.
Yeah.
So you keep pulling more and more away.
Yeah.
So these guys really don't get live reps until first game.
First game. Oh yeah, and I saw somebody else, a doctor on Twitter, on X, formerly Twitter, this morning talking about all of these soft tissue injuries.
Oh yeah.
And he said that's one of the reasons why.
Yes.
Because guys are coaches are telling guys, we got to get you to the first game. Be safe, be safe. So really they've been going about 3/4 speed at it. And now you get out there with a wide receiver who can run a 4.34 or 4.38. And now you got to turn and go with that joker, man.
You got to go and move left and right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're going to pull something.
And look at MGJ agreed with it. He said, look, he can't remember seeing so many quarterbacks struggle week 1.
Yeah, it was ugly, man.
That's the truth.
It was ugly.
I know we some of us didn't like getting Bryce, and I know y'all guys wanted to probably get another quarterback this year.
Oh, I did. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. So
So we got what we got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And it looks like we at least got him for this full year.
Yeah. That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
So what about this right here? What we got here? So Long says, what you think about Bryce not changing any plays in the line? Hey, I put that on. I just read. So you notice every time we come to Atlanta, we always have problems getting the plays in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the headsets. I don't know what it is. We always have problems getting plays in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You got to get them in around 26 seconds so they can get up on the line. So about 14 seconds, the line is set. Then you can audible from there. Yeah. But if you were just coming out around 10 seconds and going to the line, you can't audible from there.
Yeah. So you got to go with what you got. Yeah.
I put that on the coach.
Yeah.
You put that on the head coach because he was the play caller. You put that on them.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you another thing too. I don't know that he had Jay Long. I don't know that he had the freedom to do that. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Mark Richt is a control. I mean, not Mark Richt. What's your head coach name? Right, Frank Wright.
Yeah, Frank Wright. Yeah,
strikes me as like he's a control freak, man. So and like you say, first game and want to get off to a good start. I don't know that he would have given Bryce the freedom to go up there and check out or something that he sent into him.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is why you have an open conversation.
That's right.
Not a combative discussion.
Yeah.
Because right now, you're telling me from your perspective, and I'm sitting there listening, going, okay, that makes sense. That makes logical sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to put that rookie in that situation?
I think I don't know if it was Q.
Mm-hmm.
One of the fellas was saying earlier that no. It was. I think it might have been Goat who was saying they got the boy. They brought him in here to be a certain type of quarterback, but you won't let him do that. You got to let him be himself, man. You got to let him be what he is.
But you know what? Excuse me. That may be true.
Yeah.
Because he needs to play free. And whatever free is to him,
Improvise. That's the type of quarterback he is.
He needs to be free.
Yep.
Because every player has their let me hit you a little something. So you've been watching Colorado?
Oh, yeah.
So you notice how Deion's son is playing free, right?
Yes. Yep.
He couldn't play like that with any other team.
They would not let him do it. Yeah.
So, but Deion been coaching them since he was 5.
Yep.
So he lets him do his thing.
Put him in the best position to win, Wiley.
So I'm saying, yes, they're learning Bryce.
Yeah.
They don't know Bryce like that.
Yeah.
So maybe from their comfort zone, they need to relax and let the guy play. Take the rings off.
Wiley, I'm gonna tell you something that I think might be something that y'all might have to deal with in Bryce's first year, because a lot of quarterbacks deal with changes of coordinators. You know, you get a team that has a successful season. The OC or the defensive coordinator is so good that they get taken away the next year.
It is.
It's another coordinator. Now that could happen, but this is what I think one of the things y'all might have to deal with this year. This because Frank Wright is already kind of. I don't like when he came out after that preseason, even though it was preseason.
Mm-hmm.
When he came out and said, "I called these," and Thomas, Brown.
Okay, got
it. He gave the impression that his play selection, his play calls were more successful than Thomas Brown's were. Well, guess what? Now we all work in America, so the boss gets to do that, and the shit rolls downhill. But my point being is that if you should have never said that if you didn't say it pregame. If you had said it pregame, and people could then look at it and say, "Well, man, Thomas is calling those plays, no ambiguity or nothing." It was really
but here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
Thomas's plays, the fan base was trying to say fire him from head coach from calling the plays because Thomas' plays looked better.
Well, Wiley, that's what I'm saying. So check this out. Y'all have a tough 6-game stretch to start the year off with. Imagine that the team goes 1-5, 2-4.
Yep. There we go.
People gonna be saying, Frank Wright, you need to get that call sheet up, man.
Bing.
Yeah.
So look at Q's question. Where do we go from here, Wiley? So I'm saying, based on what you just said, where do we go from here? Yeah. I'm saying, and I said it yesterday when I after the game, and I'm gonna stay firm to it. We need to keep Frank as our offensive coordinator / head coach. Because that builds stability for the future. Because, like you just said, say Brown does a great job.
Yeah.
He's gone in 2 years.
Yeah.
Then you're starting over again.
Yeah.
You're constantly starting over again. If your head coach is the
That's
call,
a good one. Yeah.
And you actually get him in the quarterback on one sheet, you're good for as long as that guy has a job. Andy Reid, look at Andy Reid and Patrick. They don't have it up and down. Because why? It's Andy Reid and Patrick.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson is going to have the same thing in Jacksonville. Why? Because he calls all the plays. That's him and the quarterback.
Yeah.
They're going to be set for a long time. I'm just saying, look at the guy down in Miami. Him and Tua.
Yeah. They got that bond.
He's the offensive coordinator. I'm just saying, we have to think about it like that. And look at what we've done right now. I'm going to go with my team for our next game, and you can go to your team for your next game, all right? So I'm saying build on what we just discussed regarding the Panthers. I think there's a couple things that we can build on. Our offensive line.
Yeah.
For pass blocking and also run blocking. Our running backs can get better. And I believe Chuba needs to get more carries. Just me.
Yeah.
I believe that our defense needs to come out the field a little more, but we need to address the defensive backfield. Based on that, and now we're looking at what the Saints just did, I think we can beat the Saints because up the middle is their problem, the guards. And we already expressed that how Derek Brown looked against y'all team. And y'all offensive line way better than their offensive line.
Yeah.
So
on paper, they didn't look like it yesterday.
Your offensive line is better than their offensive line.
Yeah, the Saints, and they'll be honest. The ones of them who will be honest when y'all talk with them this week, challenge them on that, man. Challenge them on that. They know that line is God, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
Your line is better than their line. I believe it.
Yeah.
Though Brown did what he did, that's Brown though. That's a different level.
Yeah. I mean, he's an all-pro defensive tackle, man. Ain't no question.
Running down the field tackling your guys. He was 300 pounds, 15 yards down the field, tackling people.
That boy ain't no joke, man.
Oh, bro.
That boy ain't no joke. Listen. Even if they would have let Desmond Ridder throw the ball, he didn't have no time. As soon as he dropped back, man, he was looking left and right for Derek Brown, man. Yeah. The boy couldn't settle into nothing, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
But
huh? Yeah, I was in the chat saying, "What's up, B. Amos?" Hey, look at Wolf. Wolf coming in here. Appreciate you, Wolf.
Wolf.
He said Swat is winning. Hey, it is what it is.
My
Appreciate
brother.
you, brother.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
Wolf, did you ever find Twan and Cody?
They still hide. Come on, man. You know they hide.
That was classic, man. That was classic. Wolf went on a live remote looking for them jokers, man. He had an ATV out for him.
Hey, man, it is what it is. So now, I said what I said regarding my team. What about y'all?
Man, I'll tell you something. Jordan Love looked good yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love looked good yesterday, man. So this is what you want to go on and get MDJ question, Wiley?
Yeah, we can do that. They said, why the Panther Nation already ready to hand over play calling to someone else who's never done it? No joke, brother. Hey, I don't mind Frank doing it either, because yesterday, that Red Swarm, the first drive.
Yeah. It looked good, man. It looked good.
Come on, man.
It looked good.
The play calling was good. If he had better weapons, it'd be different.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, y'all executed that first drive, man. You can quarrel with his decision to make a statement and convert on 4th and 1 or to take a field goal. You can quarrel with that. But, honestly, let's keep it real. We all fans. Who would have been mad if they would have converted and went in and scored a touchdown? So
nobody.
That's what I'm saying. So it worked out the way that it did, man. So but that's one of those momentum. When you going forward on 4th and 1, you're risking momentum too.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that part. Yeah. So think about it. It was 4 momentum swings yesterday.
Yep.
When did that happen in the game? Let's name them. One with that first one, right?
Yeah.
Next one, interception, right?
Yeah.
Next one, interception.
Yeah.
Then fumble, and we lost all 4.
Yeah.
How do you expect to win?
No.
When you turn the momentum over that often?
You got to be lights out to overcome that many obstacles, man. Yeah. You got to be lights out to overcome that, man. And it don't matter how poor the other team score. No matter how poor the other team play. That's one of them situations where I give y'all credit for what a lot of y'all have been saying. That's when you're shooting yourself in your own foot.
True statement.
So, but Wiley, you asked, we was talking about
where do y'all go next? What do you take from this game that y'all just played?
Going into the next one. The one thing I think that I will hang my hat on, and until we have anything else to go on, I have to say our run game, man. Our run game is stout. We got 2 young bulls back there running that ball, man.
Different styles too.
Yeah, different styles. We got 2 good backs, man. And that's what I'm saying. And I think, we can talk about the potential of Bijan to be great. That'll only be determined with time. Time is a big component in that. You aren't handed greatness. Nobody crowns you as being anything great. It's a component called time where you have to prove that over time. So I'm not somebody who sits back and saying, hey, Bijan, he's since whoever ever came into the league. Okay, that's great and fine. I like the potential of that, but go show me, man. Go show me. He's off to a good start, but I'm gonna tell you, somebody who looked like they took it personally is Tyler Algier.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He looks like he took it personally. And so he was out to say, man, I had 1,000 yards last year. I ain't chopped liver, man. So you say what I will take forward will be that what my hope is that I see some semblance of a passing game. If we don't get that, it's gonna be 8 and 9 defenders in the box, man, with everybody.
Gotcha.
And that's
I'm
gonna
drop the link in a second here. Let's see if these guys will come up and support us.
Yeah.
But what do you think about your opponent though?
So Green Bay looked good. So Wiley, a couple of weeks ago, I made this observation and this point, man. I said, again, it's preseason.
Okay.
But I ain't even talking about the results. I'm talking about the style.
Yeah.
If you look at that kid, Zach Wilson, right? Look at, I watched Hard Knocks. If you look at the stuff Aaron Rodgers told him to do and what he went out there on the field and implemented, he told him, like, give him the shoulder. 1, 2, 3. If it ain't there yet, you got speed. You ought to be taking off. That kid was doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Jordan Love had a play where he rolled out to the left, threw back over to the right. Strong pass. I'll tell you something, man. This kid, a lot of procrastinators, a lot of people are saying that Green Bay, they're going to have a step back, this and that. And they may. You should be the Hall of Fame quarterback. But what I'm not underestimating them on is this. That kid sat behind Aaron Rodgers for, was it 2 years or 3 years, Wiley?
3, I think.
I think 3 too.
Well, no, because remember, they had to re-sign him. It had to be 4 years.
So listen. I'm telling you, unless he got rocks in his head and didn't pick up nothing, that boy learned firsthand how to play the position of quarterback from an all-time great, man.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and they said something. I was listening to Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Emil Ocho. It's true. The Bears had the worst defense last year.
They did.
So let's not jump out the window and say Jordan Love is this, that, the other.
Yeah.
When he played against the worst defense last year. So
they look like it too, Wiley.
I'm just saying.
Them and the Giants, boy, they look like it. I can't get over them Giants last night, man. That thing was funny, man.
I think because we're so attached in this podcast about us and y'all.
Yeah.
When we actually play other teams, and we're gonna talk about it next show.
Yeah.
I believe when we do a reaction to that, people gonna then go, "Oh, we're not that bad."
Thank you. Yeah.
Neither one of us. We're actually pretty good.
Yeah. And Wiley, I like what you said. I appreciate what you just said. I told the fellas over on Black Cat, man, today that this is my first year with this. Coming into these, my wife laughs at me. She says, I hear you in there sometimes. Get so excited, man.
Yeah.
This is my first foray into the YouTubing, into the podcasting, interacting with you guys. Wolf, man. I have my personal endeavors that Wolf and I may do something down the line, man. I've had a couple of people mention that to me, thinking that maybe we'll, make a good tandem. Yeah. And I think Wolf is probably feeling that too, man. So, but what I will tell you is, man, this experience for me has been such a exhilarating and positive experience, man. And it's been with y'all. Here and there, we get a little Saints, chatter. Nothing from the Bucks, and we all know that.
Zero.
They've been radio silent. Zero. So I say you're absolutely right. It's been us with y'all back and forth. And so I think now we'll have a chance to see, instead of just beating each other up.
Yeah.
I know y'all players as damn near as well as I know my players, man.
Exactly.
Because I done heard y'all talk about them. I had to go look at
them. Because you and Wolf are so adamant, so I had to make sure I research everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, the thing about it is, if everybody be talking about, why? I'll be like, dude, I'm looking up everything because I don't like ever. I don't like the ever we put on. Yeah, no. So I'm sitting there researching, and I'm going, man, I know their team is good as our team. And then what I started doing, because we started doing this, is I started actually researching other teams.
Yeah.
So that's why when people start talking about different teams, I can go back and forth. Because now I've made it fun.
Yeah. And Wiley, as a result of that, it's interesting what you say. So I've got to this week go and just really dig in on these Packers, man. As I know y'all will be doing on the Saints, man. Well, double because they're a division foe, and y'all got that Monday night game. You got an extra day to do it, man.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
So hey, look at it like this one. So Saturday, what you doing?
Oh, I'm free Saturday about 5 o'clock. About 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So Saturday, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
We pull up. You talk about your perspective.
Yeah.
Going into the Packers game.
Yeah.
I already know who Atlanta is, so I do the same.
Yeah.
I do the opposite, and then you do the same for me.
I'll do it. I'm gonna go pull my Falcons hat out the closet, man.
There you go, baby. Here's the funny part. They said mess with me. I'm like, man, I just got this.
Yeah. It's nice, bro. It's nice.
I just got this for the Panthers, the cheerleaders.
Okay, yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a photo. I put it on Instagram with me and the cheerleaders. Yeah.
Nice. You got any of them back there in the house back? I'm just messing with you.
You ain't right.
I'm messing with your homeboy.
You ain't right, Red.
Yeah, man.
Hey, guys, I dropped the link. If y'all guys want to come up, we'll be on for another 10 minutes or so. Yeah. What time is it now? Yeah, we got time. I got time. If you want to join us, I dropped the link. I'll drop it again. Yeah. There we go. That's the link to StreamYard. If you want to join us, just click on the link. Come on up, and help me and Red out. Tell us if we full of crap or we hitting on something.
You know that's coming, Wiley. You know that's. Hey, it wouldn't be Panther Nation if I didn't hear some of that, man. So
hey, man, I look at it like this: that every show has their thing. Yeah. I don't want to be the same.
Yeah.
What we do on Black Hat, love it.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to do something different.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I want to look at the league, look at us against everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to look at the league. I want to look at Jason. Why did he say what? Look what he say. Jason, look at the league. Click on the link, Jason. Justin, click on the link. Click on the link, Justin. Come on up, brother. He said he didn't know that. Oh, there we go.
Hey, I love that, man.
Hey, what's up, Goat?
Go.
Hey, y'all two fanboys finished. How he here and everything like that, huh?
Go say, cut out all this love, huh?
Cut out all this love, man. Come my God. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, the Falcons, Red. Bro. I just told y'all out there.
Yeah.
I just told y'all out there, Red.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have uphill sledding just like we did.
Yes,
remember what me and you said, what I told you.
Yeah.
You going in that draft, Red.
Yeah.
You seen that yesterday, right? I know you seen it. You got to go down the field.
Yeah.
In this league.
You got to have it, Goat. You got to have it, Goat.
And y'all said the number one thing. What you said, Red, you finish this with with 9 wins or whatever, and you get through that division.
Yeah.
Like you said. Y'all know who you got. You got a Dallas.
Yeah.
You may have it's gonna be in that NFC East. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably pull 3 teams again, because there ain't much division between everybody, just like it was last year. I don't see nobody just warp speed, you know what I'm saying, what they did in the off season to just get ahead like that. Everybody got better, of course, because of the draft and because of free agency, but nobody didn't make this incredible leap. So it's pretty much gonna be the same the playoff picture from what I'm saying. So with that being said, I don't see anybody in this division going in there beating somebody, getting to the NFC Championship.
You learned lessons. That's about it.
Yeah.
Won't be no different than it was with Tampa. They drew Dallas in the as a wild card team, and it was over with.
Yeah. So,
With the great Tom Brady, it was over with.
You're right, Red. But here's the thing: if it was a rookie or a second-year quarterback, that's growth. But for somebody that's going to retire, that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. If you get there and you get out it like that, you can use that as momentum to say, we doing something here.
Yeah, you're growing. You're developing your team. That's one thing. But just to go because you want to go and you got an old team, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of draft picks.
Yeah.
Draft position.
Well, your organization should have did better, to get you there, get you prepared.
Yeah.
And like you say, if you old in the tooth and you're taking one more stab at it, 9 times out of 10, man, you just do not have the talented players to run with these guys. You look at these teams that can spread the field and play just enough defense because they have so much offense to keep, on the other side. Okay, if you'd have took a team and we able to spread the field like yesterday, like I was trying to tell them, okay, you didn't kill us.
Yeah.
You could have stabbed us, man, and we should have been dead after the 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
We should have been dead after the 2 interceptions.
Honestly, a field goal out of that, man, you supposed to have at least 21 points out of that.
Exactly. And you didn't get but 10, so you have 11 of them down there on the board. You know what I'm saying? On the field. So what after the 2 interceptions didn't hurt us. It was just the fact that we didn't get no offense afterwards, and then Miles coughed the ball up. That was the dagger, and now we play for.
But this is what I would say I have, and one of the reasons why I'm so locked in with Black Cat Panther podcast, man. Y'all got the type of voices on y'all's show, on y'all's network, man, that you can get a difference of opinion, but y'all hold each other accountable. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So if somebody come with that nonsense, y'all gonna all say, whoa, hold on. That boy is a rookie. He gonna make rookie mistakes. So I didn't have no problem coming in here talking with y'all today because guess what? I knew I was talking to real fans. And it ain't just y'all. I'm talking about the listeners, MDJ, up and down the line, man. Fourth, all these guys, man. We get our Codys who come in here, you know what I mean? But for the most part, these guys, y'all guys are right on point, man. Wasn't none of y'all. I mean, y'all would have took it if Bryce would have went out there and threw for 300. But it's not the point in the season they had yesterday because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
Well, I pretty much told but during the preseason and doing this, and as soon as we drafted, they crowned him Red. Bryce is going to take us, 60 games. We get ready to win like we playing a basketball schedule or something, Like, man, come on, man. This guy, man. I think he gonna. What I'm saying though, Wiley, you know my feelings on the quarterback.
Yeah, I know you won't. Yeah,
he's gonna clean it up. He's gonna clean it up. They got to put more receivers around. And the defense had us there. We were 10-10. That's a 0-0.
Not about it, man.
But when Miles coughed that ball up,
when
Miles coughed that ball up, that should have showed everybody right there. We do not have the high-powered offense or the offense period to come from behind and say put 14 points on the board.
Guess what?
And kick the ball and walk off. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it.
And guess what, Goat? I think another way of looking at it too is say right now the offense isn't at a place where it can complement the defense.
No.
There you go. Exactly.
It's early.
We ain't playing complimentary ball.
To put them back on the field, man. The defense goes out there, gets a 3 and out, and looks excellent. But then you turn around and go 3 and out. Now you put them right back out there.
Yeah. Or you coughed the ball up. You gave the ball up on a short field. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback made a bonehead play. With the throw. And I mean, that kills you. And like I say, if it had been 20, if they'd have caught them 21 points. Off of them turnovers. And then stacked up on you, and the defense is beat down now, and they put the other 14 on top of that. You see what I'm saying? It got ugly quick. It got ugly quick, Wiley.
Yeah, I know, man. Hey, check out what Supernova said. He said Bryce gonna have some warm milk and cookies before the next game.
Yeah. Supernova. You're wrong for that, man.
Yeah.
You're wrong for that, Supernova. That man a millionaire, Supernova.
Hey,
they see it. But he might be a millionaire, but he young in this one. He got that welcome to the NFL moment. You know what I'm saying?
There were other millionaires too, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw where that running back got hit in the backfield with. Hey,
who was that?
Brian made sure
Brian
he knew
Burns?
he was that. Oh yeah, Brian knew. Brian made
he
sure
blew it up, man. He blew it up. Hey, look, that was Bijan. That was his rookie moment too. That was his rookie moment too.
He had that one. He had the fumble.
Yep. So listen. He dogged them boys out at Texas last year. When he looked around, he said, "Damn, where he come from?" You know
yeah. See, that's a 4.5-year starter, grown man that came into the league at 250 some pounds. Now he done gained 15 pounds. A rock, you know what I'm saying? Fast and agile as a cat. You know what I'm saying? Bijan ain't seen that at Texas.
Never.
He ain't seen that at
Never.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't see that at the high school he played at. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He see that.
Yep.
He see that.
See, them boys used to being better than all the competition they ever played with on the field.
Yeah. And they smarter too. They sniff it out.
Yeah.
Say something. Burns had that thing sniffed out from the minute it was snapped, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Hill did the same thing though. Remember, the dude.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, your defense was lights out. I think I have to agree with Goat, man. They got them tired out, man. And then
they wore out.
Guess what? It was the first game too. Now, ain't none of them starters played no 4 quarters.
But see, that's been the recipe, Red. That's been the recipe to get us for the last 4 years around here.
Yeah.
If somebody can run that ball and a couple mixture of short play passes and take a shot there down the field.
Ever since I've been listening to you.
Yeah, that's the recipe right there. And then you keep that last 5 to 3 minutes in that third quarter. I see them boys getting gas. Cause like I said, Frankie missed the open field tackle.
Yeah.
Burns missed the open field. They were tired. Shaq got ran the fuck over. They were tired, man.
Yeah.
They were tired.
Yep.
Yeah, but hey, Goat, you see what Frankie did though with that forced fumble though? We didn't get it.
Oh yeah. Oh, he did. He
got beat. He got beat. Yeah. But he ran down
He didn't give up on it. Yeah.
That's the key right there. Yeah. Because James Robinson should be looking at that film going, "Oh, you don't give up on the play."
There you go.
You don't know
how you
can affect the play.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek was making downfield tackles. Them boys were just fast, man. Derek he was in pursuit and had to make downfield tackles.
Hey, let me tell y'all something, man. I got sick of Derek Brown yesterday, man.
Yeah.
I got sick of he stayed in the backfield, man.
Yeah.
I say, damn, is he outside when they snapped the ball? I said, this big boy just living in the backfield.
I was saying, I don't know if you heard it go. I said, we talked about our next game. So I think Red and I are going to do one on Saturday. What we're going to talk about is their game, and we'll talk about our game.
Yeah.
Our next games going forward. And then when we come back and play again, that'll be an opportunity to go say, how do we develop as we went along, and where are we at now before the next game we play? I think if we do that every week, what it'll do is it'll broaden, I think, our podcast audience. We can bring both in. And it's not so hostile. We don't have to go after each other so much. And we can actually have a conversation. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling everybody, man. I've been told them, to lower them expectations because I already know. We're gonna have some ones that we're gonna be just like we are this week. Might as well get this feeling on out. Get used to it. We ain't gonna get used to losing or anything, but kind of realize, where the expectations are like I said, now I had people that said we wouldn't rebuild. I still asked him the question last night, Red, if we were still in a rebuild or whatever. I think that my man come with something. He said something.
Oh,
I got a whole nother, not replacing, redoing something, remodeling.
No,
he didn't say retool. He said something else, Wiley. So they do not want that word like cancer, man. That word is terminal.
I don't know why, Go. I don't know why.
Just let them know. They even started counting players that was on one side or the other side and say, you're supposed to have more people than this on a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like
they done got it down to a sign.
Yeah, man. You got to have a certain number of players that you don't supposed to have or bring back, and then it's not considered a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? I think he said replacement or something like that. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess you got to, out of 11, you probably can only keep, say, 4 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Over 50%. Some shit like that. On each side of the ball. I don't know. I never been like, you get a new quarterback though, Wiley. I mean, implement new schemes and all kinds of stuff like that, man.
What?
We redoing something, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We doing something.
I think Q said he liked that dude coming out of college, man.
With that Troy Anderson.
Yeah, I think Q said he liked him coming out of college, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know too much about Troy Anderson. Justin Long was saying that he said, Red, you were dead, I guess dead wrong on Troy Anderson. Dude,
no, he say I was dead on. I was dead on spot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said he could.
Yeah. Who is that? Is it was that's a tight end, right?
No, that's the middle linebacker, number 44.
I didn't really see him. Did he do a lot yesterday?
Yeah, he when the defense turned and the run was stopped, I think
he had 10 tackles.
Yeah, he made Chuba try to bounce it out on that 4th and 1. Yeah.
Well, y'all tighten out.
Yeah. You pause that goat. You coming back. But yeah, so I see now. Oh wow, it was him and Bates. Yeah, him and Bates were actually the
leaders. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah. He's a young kid, man. He is a big dude too, man. Yeah. Hey, Wiley, I got to slide out of here, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate your time. Hey, we'll schedule it for Saturday. We'll hit you up in Discord. Hey, Go, appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Go, what's your last word so we can get out of here? If we coming back. All right. Hey, what you got? What you got, Red? So how was today?
So listen, like I tell you guys, man, I'm not a professional at this. I'm not a professional podcaster, man. I was given this opportunity to come in here with Wiley, man, my fellow Army Ranger buddy, man, and listen, I thank him for allowing me to come on, talk a little football. Hey, man, we had a lot of interesting and exciting debate, fellas, coming up to the first game, and that's all it is. The first game is one game. Mm-hmm. It's a long season, man, for both clubs, and so I'm not in here to gloat and try to sound like braggadocious or nothing, man. We made some plays yesterday, and we gave away some plays. I don't think that in no way do I think my team looked like world beaters. We got a lot to clean up, man. So I'm not over here on Wiley's channel, man, talking noise. He and I had set this up before, and so it turned into just post-game analysis. And that's why much of what Wiley asked today was forward-looking. Where do we go from here? So, we got the Packers coming up. I hope y'all will tune in on Saturday to hear Wiley and I talk about the Packers and the Saints and what we expect our teams to do, man. I would be grateful if y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? Just because we are division foes. So, we'll be watching y'all as the season goes, and I'm sure y'all will be watching us. But I think y'all giving me the chance, and Wiley giving me the chance to come on and talk this ball with you, man. Thank y'all, fellas.
Hey, you see what Justin Long said? Wiley, this podcast, green tea, they make it through the season without jumping out the window. just to give me.
He know that's your phrase, Wiley. Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. What we got here? Supernova. Hey, good show, guys. Appreciate you, brother.
Nova. Blessings.
Oh, okay, see. Great show, guys. Keep pounding, brother.
Thank you, C.
Hey, Red Swarm, I appreciate you, man. Hey, this is the first live that I hosted.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the first one on the channel, brother.
Wow. Hey, I'm honored.
Yeah, man. Hey, I told you, man. We're gonna make sure that you'll be the first one.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity I think for both of us to give a different perspective on football.
Yeah.
Because every other show I look at, I listen to them, I participate. Yeah. The difference, what I want to bring is this.
Yeah.
Is that we have to look at the league versus looking at ourselves only.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we look at the league and we measure ourselves that way,
yeah,
we can actually come to the end of the season and go, okay, say we made the playoffs, we didn't make the playoffs. Where did we go? Did we grow? Where are we on the right path?
Yeah.
Or do we need to change direction when it comes to the actual draft and free agency? Yeah. But we have to go through the season to figure that out.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some up and downs, both of us this season.
Yes.
And I believe as we're going doing this podcast, we're going to have some shows where it's going to be laughing. Yeah. Some shows it's going to be contentious. I think this show was different from simple fact is this is a reaction to the actual thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And which is good.
Yeah.
Because I believe that if we'd have done the show on Saturday, I think what would have happened was this. We'd both been saying potential.
Right.
And we would not have the opportunity to go, let's look at the league.
Yeah.
Let's measure ourselves against the league.
Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of, because I believe that we all know that NFC South is the weaker division.
It is.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest with ourselves. Yeah.
So I think that's going to give us opportunity to do that. Here we go. Last comment.
Yeah.
Hey, see, look at this.
Yeah.
He bounced back and forth. Well, hey, preacher MJ. Hey, see, MJ know now. Yeah, he know how he did that podcast yesterday. It's different.
Thank you, MDJ. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See, man. I think we got a good thing here going, and I appreciate you. Hey, all I'm going to say is this. Send the link to somebody. Yeah. You be surprised who likes this different perspective. Okay. And as the Panthers always say, keep pounding.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.